camel can pass through an eye of a needle, but a rich man may not be able to pass. Is it a rich man or a poor man? You see, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster and guest, Bishop Mario was delivering his Sunday sermon in a church in Mapsa, Goa, and suddenly he felt lost for words. And the reason, that full congregation, the top right seat was empty, which used to be occupied by one of his close friends. And this had happened 2 or 3 times, and from that day onwards, looking at that empty seat, Bishop Mario had lost his eloquence. And he was quite surprised by it, because all these days he was known for his oratory, the art of rhetoric. The audience used to laugh whatever he used to say. When he retired to his room, his mind went back 30 years back when he was in his school. And he remembered when he was in SSLC, he was talking to that friend called Anselm. Anselm, the die is cast. You know, I don't want to become a doctor or an engineer. Whenever I hear the Sunday Mass by Father David, I really get mesmerized. There are goosebumps on my entire body. And why not? He can achieve his ambition. For Mario was from a well-to-do family. His father was a professor of theology. And he had all the things at his disposal. So he asked his friend Anselm, Anselm, tell me, what would you like to be? Anselm said, what can I become? Even if I get a government job, I'll be happy. After all, what can you expect from a son of a construction worker, illiterate worker, to have his ambition? A person with no intelligence, a person without any worthy appearances or qualities. What about Mario? Mario had a charismatic personality, 6 feet plus, broad shoulders, sharp nose, piercing eyes. Whereas this guy was absolutely nobody, but they were good friends. In fact, Mario and Anselm were as different as the chalk from cheese. Days passed into months, months into years. Mario achieved his ambition. He completed his course in theology and joined the Jesuit order. Anselm, that poor guy, after 10th he had no choice, but he had to make a living by working at grocery store, construction sites, and he was a man. But whenever Mario's servants were there, he could see Anselm there. And after every talk, after every sermon, Mario used to tell Anselm, please pray for me, I have to go to the highest levels. Today, I'm a brother, I would like to be a reverend, I would like to be a bishop, a prior, etc. Somebody suggested him to join Toastmasters. One day he came, he said, do you know, Anselm, I have completed the DTM, the Distinguished Toastmaster, the highest award in the Toastmasters. I did it in plain 3 years. He said, pray for me. Anselm, a frail guy he was not keeping well. He said, yes, I'll pray for you. Jesus will be always with you. Now my ambition is to become the world champion. He said, yes, I'll pray for you. But he could never see Anselm's face. He was down with illness. His voice was weak. And after that, Mario missed Anselm for almost a month. And after that, eloquence was lost. So just out of curiosity, he visited his dilapidated home, and what did he find? He asked his neighbor, "Hey, what happened to Anselm?" He said, "No, he just died a few days back." This poor man, he had no money, lot of illness. Okay. But every time he used to tell me, "Brother Mario, Bishop Mario, great man, very eloquent speaker. He knows the word of the Lord, the word of Jesus. I am proud that I am his friend." And Mario was sure that this eloquence had deserted because the spell of Anselm was on his head. He was tossing in bed. Next morning, he woke up and went towards the cemetery. And as he went to the cemetery, Prior Thomas looked at him and he said, "Hey Mario, how come you are here in the morning? I would come here to ask Anselm's soul to redeem your eloquence." He said, "Yes, all these days I felt that the curse of Anselm was on me, because of which I had left, eloquence had left me. But yesterday I had a dream, and suddenly there was a revelation that it was not his ghost which had a clutch on me, which had a spell on me, but it was the ghost of my ambition, my desire, which was the main problem. And now I realize, all these days I asked him, pray for me, Jesus be with me, but I never realized that this poor man was none other than Jesus in disguise. I was only hungry after my success, my achievements. I had no time to even feel about it. I never collaborated with him, never asked him about his health. I thought I knew the word of Jesus. I thought I knew Bible. I thought I was intelligent, but this man, a poor man, he practiced, which I could not achieve in spite of all my efforts. But suddenly, his demeanor became so natural, and then he said, "Prior Thomas, now I know a camel can pass through the eye of a needle, but a rich man cannot pass through the gates of the heaven." Mr. Toastmaster.